I wanted an iPad app flexible enough that it could be used both to pre-create lecture notes I could step through and present in the classroom, and to use during class as a whiteboard app. I couldn't find one in the App Store that I was happy with, so Jeremy and I wrote one with the features I wanted. First, create a new document. If you plan to present with a projector, for best results pick the same aspect ratio as the projector. I can write out a math problem ahead of time. Each stroke, from screen touch to release, gives you a new item in the timeline. I can then set stop points for the intermediate steps in the solution. You can easily drag through the timeline to set your stop points and use the arrow buttons to set the exact stop point you want. And then during class I can step through it, and we could work another problem if we wanted to. I can connect to an external projector via the Lightning to HDMI or VGA adapter, or using AirPlay. Normally when projecting, only the whiteboard portion of the screen is shown on the projector, but you can choose to mirror the entire iPad screen if you want. The reDraw app supports freeform drawing with the pen tool, or you can draw straight lines or rectangles. Setting the Shift button limits lines to vertical or horizontal lines, and limits rectangles to squares. With the iPad Pro and an Apple Pencil, you can set it so that only the Apple Pencil can be used to draw, and your finger can act as a pointer. If you have an iPad Air, you can set the mode to pointer while presenting, so that your finger does not accidentally draw on the screen, and you can use your finger to point out things. You can also use either the virtual keyboard or an external keyboard to enter text. Select the Text tool and tap on the screen where you want to enter the text. When using the virtual keyboard, the drawing canvas shifts to make the location where you touch to start the text visible. The text size can be set in the settings. You can use the red handle to move the text box, and the blue handles to change the size of the text box. The text will be clipped to the box. When you are done entering text, press the bottom right keyboard button to hide the keyboard. When using the Smart Keyboard or an external keyboard, press Command-Option/ to end editing text, and that will begin editing a new text box right below it, or you can press Command/ to end editing text without starting a new text box. At any point, whether using the keyboard or not, you can use two fingers to pinch to zoom in and out, and drag two fingers to pan. This is particularly useful on the smaller iPads where screen space is more limited. There are 6 style buttons used to select the pen or line width and color. You can change the style for any of them by pressing and holding one of them until a window appears for changing them. Tap outside the window to make it go away, and then you can select one of the style buttons to draw using that style. You can copy images from your photo library or websites by selecting the image and choosing to copy it. Return to reDraw and choose the Select tool, tap the screen and choose Paste. You can move the image and scale it by pinching to zoom inside the image bounds. And then you can use the tools to write on the image. You can cut or copy items using the Select tool by drawing a border around them and choosing the option you want. With the Select tool selected, tap the screen to paste them. You can also duplicate entire slides using the slide picker. You can import reasonable sized PDF files. PDFs with a large number of pages may cause the app to run out of memory. Switch to an app containing PDFs, share the PDF, and choose the option to import it with reDraw. The original release of reDraw does not include the option to import multiple slides per page, but the first update will add this option. I'll choose 2 slides per page since the screen is wider while the PDF pages are taller. Using the Select tool, I can tap to select and use 2 fingers to scale and pan the portion I want to see. And then I can write on top of the PDF.